Hi, and welcome to the Weather Gurus podcast for this weekend edition, Valentine's Day weekend edition, February 13th, 14th, 2021. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, subscribe to hear the latest podcast and get the latest weather news for the contiguous United States 48 and lower 48 and beyond. Today, we want to talk about Winter Storm Tabitha, and Tabitha is bringing a mix of snow, rain, freezing rain, sleet and ice to the mid-Atlantic states and rain toward the south here. And so Winter Storm Tabitha is just a series of storms that's going to be marching across the United States from west to east in the coming next 2 weeks. And first of all, our thoughts and prayers are out to those in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. This week, we had over 100 car pileup on the Interstate 35 West heading into Fort Worth metroplex, Texas. They received, as I told you, the Arctic plunge that came in 3-4 days ago. The Arctic polar air plunged all the way down into central Texas, all the way as far south as Austin, Texas, and Houston, Texas. And that created a deadly situation where we had over a quarter inch or more of ice formed on the roads and the interstates and highways through Texas, particularly Interstate 35 there, coming through downtown Fort Worth. In this accident, 100 cars piled up and 6 people lost their lives in this treacherous condition. You know, it's one thing we would much rather prefer as meteorologists to have it just snow, fluffy snow, hard, or have a hard, cold rain. But when you have that transition, when you have that freezing rain, the surface is warm, the temperature is warm above the surface. It freezes on contact and creates basically a skating rink on these roads. It doesn't matter if you have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive or some kind of vehicle, or a semi or a heavy vehicle, heavy high-profile vehicle, it will slide in these conditions. And the prior week before that, on last Monday, we saw in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we saw a car fly over an overpass because of and hit it to the ground. Luckily, the guy was okay. But this just shows you the dangerous nature that this ice has on the situation here. So Winter Storm Tabitha is bringing ice right now from Richmond, Virginia, and points south down in Emporia on the I-95 corridor and on into Washington, D.C., just south of Washington, D.C. To those folks in southern Maryland, La Plata County, and down into the Chesapeake Bay, they're receiving those ice conditions right now. And so freezing rain and ice is a concern for North Carolina and Virginia, and the Tidewater area also of Virginia and on the coast too. Snow is further north though. We have snow taking place right now just to northern Maryland and the Mason-Dixon line and into York, Pennsylvania, and a little bit into Philadelphia and a little bit into central Pennsylvania. But the next system that's going to come into the United States is already here, bringing Seattle snow for the first time in a long time. Snow levels are down below 500 feet, below pass level here in Washington State, in Vancouver, Washington, and Portland. They're getting snow. Winter storm advisories are out. The Intermountain West from Salt Lake City to Wasatch down into the Four Corners are getting snow, and they're getting quite a bit of snow, so that'll be good for the ski resorts in Sundance and Park Valley, Utah, and those areas down there. Flagstaff as well is picking up on some of that snow in Arizona, and of course the Sierra Nevadas. In the middle of the country, it looks quiet, but like I said, from Bismarck, North Dakota, all the way down into Austin and Houston, Texas, cold temperatures are keeping people indoors. And so this Valentine's Day on Sunday features Arctic air as the jet stream is plunged southward, and temperatures will be cold. As a matter of fact, real field temps with the wind chills is going to be down between 0 and 10 degrees for Dallas, Fort Worth, and San Antonio, and between 10 and 20 degrees all the way down into Houston and the Gulf Coast and New Orleans and Lake Charles and those areas along the Gulf Coast. For example, Dallas, Texas will hit the lowest high-low temperature ever recorded at 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Wichita, Kansas, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, Des Moines, Iowa, Chicago, and even Little Rock, Arkansas can expect to challenge the record high-low temperatures for the night. And so temperatures will be 20 to 40 degrees below normal in the midsection of the country. And so it might be a good night to have a Netflix and chill, a movie night, or do whatever you need to do, because it is going to be downright cold for some of these people in the middle of the country. Now, as far as the Northeast is concerned, Winter Storm Tabitha won't bring as much snow on Sunday, Valentine's Day. You'll probably end up getting 2 inches. 2 to 3 inches, and that's about it before Tabitha exits off the Atlantic coast. There is some lake effect snow going on right now, system snow going on right now from Chicago up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, down into St. Louis. And so they were picking up about 1 to 3 inches of snow out of this system before it's all said and done. Ice storm warnings continue for Central Virginia from Richmond to Charlottesville. And we have winter weather advisories extending right now from central New Jersey, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Roanoke, Virginia, Boone, North Carolina, down into the spine of the Appalachians. There still is those warnings in effect for winter storm warnings and winter storm advisories as we continue to see Winter Storm Tabitha make its approach toward the Atlantic Ocean coast here. And so that is what's going on for the 48 states. And like I said, that high ice storm potential through Monday morning extends from central New Jersey, from Parsippany, Trenton, Mount Holly, New Jersey, all the way in through Baltimore, D.C., Richmond, Emporia, Virginia, down through Greensboro, North Carolina. And then we have a secondary zone of icing just to the east of Nashville, Tennessee, through Muscle Shoals, Alabama, down into Mississippi, Greenwood in the Delta, Picayune, Mississippi, and down in through back toward Lake Charles and Houston, Texas, is in for that medium chance of ice, for 1/10 of an inch of ice or greater. So just do Monday morning. So just be, if you got to commute today and tomorrow and Monday, be careful out there, because it is going to be absolutely slippery as temperatures hover around that freezing mark. Now, the snowfall forecast for the Columbia River Gorge in Washington State, we've got roughly 5 to 10 inches of snow fell near Olympia to the Columbia River Gorge in northern Oregon, with 3.5 inches near the Dalles and about 1 inch in the Seattle area. And so snowfall will be on the heavy order of that. More than 1 foot of snow has fell from Mammoth Mountain to North Star Ski Resort. That's out there in the Sierra Nevada, just as you come up over Interstate 80 in Truckee, California. So just to be mindful of that as you're making your travel plans. Winter Storm Uri is the next storm after Tabitha that I mentioned that's coming from west to east in the next 2 weeks after Valentine's Day and after Monday. Winter Storm Uri is going to bring snow and ice from Texas all the way into the Northeast, and we have a bullseye coming in with the Ohio Valley could pick up 5 to 8 inches of snow just to the south of Columbus, Ohio, and to the east of Lexington, Kentucky. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania could pick up 5 to 8 inches of snow out of Winter Storm Uri. That's our next winter storm that we want to take a look at, and that storm will be bringing conditions, will be deteriorating on Monday, starting on Monday of this week and lasting through Wednesday, as Winter Storm Uri is just now getting its act together. And so that's something to look forward to as well. Continue to stay safe, my friends. My friends out in Florida, you are in a wedge right now of warm, moist air. Tampa, 82 degrees Fahrenheit, with partly cloudy skies, showers. Jacksonville, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Miami, 80 degrees, partly cloudy. So they're in that wedge of warm air. There will be some off and on scattered showers this week, but things look absolutely fabulous for northern Florida. Tallahassee looks great, 70 degrees. Atlanta, 44 and raining right now, but that will be changing. Things will be clearing out. And the Southwest looks absolutely fabulous. Phoenix, 72 Fahrenheit and sunny. LA, 66 Fahrenheit, sunny. San Francisco, a little bit windy. Watch out for those onshore flow here, 58 and windy. And so they're looking absolutely fabulous as well. Our friends in Puerto Rico are looking fabulous, 82 degrees, sunny. Friends in Alaska are looking fabulous. Cold air is there. There are 20 below in some spots, 20 or 30 below, but it looks fabulous. And our folks in the other territories, Hawaii, are looking absolutely fabulous. And that is your forecast for this weekend. The Weather Guru. This is the Weather Guru signing off. Thank you very much.